Hi guys, and welcome back to Haut Beyleron on FS22. So, if you remember, on the last episode, we harvested the two fields. So we've got our oat done. All the oat has been taken up to the flour mill, or the grain mill, to make flour. And we also, it's a long walk down here, we also harvested the recently purchased wheat field. So, plans for this field. Half of this field is going to get painted back to original style land. And that's going to become our animal farm there. So we'll have our chickens and potentially cows down there. So the plan is to put in, I'd say 2 of the larger chicken coops and probably one of the medium-sized cow barns. Eventually. We're not obviously in a financial position to do the cow barn right now. As for the rest of this field, I'm not too sure whether it's going to get ploughed in and joined into that field, or whether we use this for something else, like potentially grapes or olives, or even just a small potato patch. But we'll see. Anyway, so plans for today. First things first, we're going to get a worker set off on harvesting the last of the wheat. And what we are going to do is jump in the stayer. We'll get the last of this straw picked up. Now, I'm not too sure, but I think this may be pretty close to full. 236,000 litres. If we come into here, down to buildings, construction, silos, the very first one, 250,000 litres. Okay, so we're going to fill that pretty quick. So what we'll do from there is, because we don't need that much straw, we just have it. What we are going to do with the rest of it is take it to the animal dealer and get it sold off. So we've still got the fent on the big trailer to for the harvest. So when that gets to a point that it's ready to be picked up, we will go across and empty him out. And for now, all of that will go into the silo until we determine what it is we're going to use and what we're going to essentially sell off or use once again for flour production. It's potentially going to be the barley, although we may save the barley for the chicken food and get rid of the wheat. Now, if you remember also, we do have the new, what is it, the Dodge Ram, or the Laramie. That has a trailer on the back of it, currently sat up at the grain mill, waiting for enough flour to be processed that we can sort of get a load out of there. What I want to do is take as much of that as we can to the bakery. Also want to get some eggs across there as well, because we want to start making not only bread, but also look to be making cakes in the future. So I think we're going to have to also get some cows in, so as we can get milk for the dairy to create butter. So it's undecided what's going to be our next venture or our next production purchase, but potentially it's going to be the dairy. So we're going to need to get some cows in fairly soon, just so as we can get that milk. But anyway, we've got quite a bit of this to do, so what we'll do is we'll throw this into the first time lapse. We'll get the straw picked up, we'll get the harvest complete, and we will see where we're at and what we think the next logical path is going to be. Okay, so as was expected, the hayloft is full, so we can't fit any more straw in there. Oh, that's not the right button. So we need to figure out where we are taking this stuff to. So I want to come down until we find straw. So we've got 250,000 litres in storage. $99 at the livestock market. It is going up, so hopefully by the time we get around to getting rid of all of it, we're getting a little bit more. But essentially, $100 per thousand, so we should be looking at about $2,500 per trailer load. So that shouldn't be too bad. It's more so just the trip across to the animal dealer. But for the money we're going to make off of it, it's worth doing. Also, you'll notice that we're still in July, as we were in the last episode. We're going to have quite a bit of work to do in preparing fields if we want to sow any of our cereal crops ready for winter. So we'll try and get as much done in this month as we can, but to begin with, I reckon today is going to be all about getting the bottom of that field prepped and making a little chicken farm down there. So we'll put in possibly a shed so as we can store the tractor, because we'll leave the stayer down there, so we'll probably put in another easy shed or something. We'll have the stayer down there, we'll be able to store some bales down there if need be. We can also store the eggs, so we're not getting rid of eggs until we're at the most valuable time to be doing so. Oh, got 2 pallets of flour sitting there. Oh, and the worker's at 80%, so we're going to have to get back and get him emptied out. Now, I don't really want to do vehicle tabbing. I'd much prefer to try and keep this still semi-realistic. But anyway, guys, we'll get back into it. You've seen all this before. So we'll determine whether we go into a time lapse or whether we just cut this out and see you guys at the end. But $2,576 per load, and the price is apparently going up. Happy days. Okay guys, we'll see you when we see you. Okay guys, so that is officially our harvest done for the year. So what we are going to do is what I said we're going to do. We have no choice, we'll have no choice but to purchase a new harvester for the next season. We are going to take this one up to the store and we are going to get rid of it. Now I've already sold off our header trailer, so unfortunately we do have to kind of carry this thing up the road how it is. Fingers crossed when a car comes we have enough room to stay off the side of the road and out of their way. What we'll do is we'll repair it, we'll repaint it, and we'll get it sold off. Now something I did notice in the used machine market at the moment, it's not something we need right now, but it is something we're going to need in the not too distant future, I'd hope to say. It may take a little longer to get to it than I reckon it will, but it is this guy. Oh, wrong button. The wrapper. And what's that? 15,000, 71% off. That is just too good of a deal to pass up. So what I might do here is we may look into renting a baler just to get the last of that straw picked up, because it's starting to take quite a bit of time running back and forth up to the animal dealership. But we'll see. We may not rent the baler, we may just buy the wrapper for now. Rightio, so we want to repair that. Yes, value 73,999, so 74 grand. We should see about 105 grand value. Ooh, so it wasn't worth repainting. That's a first. Oh well. Or was it? Maybe my maths was messed up there. 16, say 16.7. Rightio, 17 and 50, so what's that? We should see about, what, 21, 22,000? Okay, maybe my maths was off. Say $381,000. Now, obviously, no harvester in here at the moment. That's fine. Foil color. Do we go with black or do we do something different? We'll stick blue on there. JP001, and it's gonna be our bale wrapper. Back only. Perfect. So what we are going to have to eventually do is get a tractor up here to get that thing into the repair bay. Now, what I want to look at is what's going to be our upgrade for the top liner. Obviously, if something comes into the used market and it's within our price range, we're going to take it. We may even end up renting a combine just for the next year's harvest. Because to go from 130 to 265, that only gets you 800 litres more capacity. So the 7150 may be our look to. The T560, we'll take that if it comes up, definitely. But if we get to the point and we're looking to purchase a new one, I'd probably say the case would be our best bet. So if we go back into there, go combinations for that. Got a sunflower header, but we've also got a corn header that does sunflowers as well, so we'd just get one of them and we'd throw the 28-foot header at it. What's the difference between these in width? Nothing. So you'd go with the case and not the Capello. Unless that one's... No, that one's a folding one. So you wouldn't need a trailer. Okay. Alright guys, just thought I'd bring you back in for that. We'll see you once we've got all this straw picked up and we know what we are going to do next. Okay guys, I was going to bring you back in when we got back to the farm. We've completed the harvest. The harvest has been sold, as you saw. We've now picked up all the straw. That's all been taken up to the animal dealer. We put the mulcher onto the back of the fence, and we've got 2 of the paddocks done mulching. The paddock that we're planning on doing the animals in, I've actually got the worker in there at the moment with the fent and the stone picker. But I was driving along here on the way up, and as I was driving up, like, I had the camera facing this way as we're going up, and something caught my eye, but I didn't pay too much attention to it. Now, if you look across the other side of that water, underneath that willow tree, you can sort of see a black speck that doesn't move. Now, if I'm right, I might have just found a collectible. Oh, I have. I like it. What do we got here? Pest control. Nice. So we'll take that. 4 more to go. Now, we've obviously found quite a few, being that there's only 4 more to go. But I think we're running out of places to look. Like, I've been pretty much everywhere on the map. But that helps out heaps. We're now up to $438,000. So that's definitely going to get our landscaping and our chickens in. Now, while I was cruising around doing all this work with the stayer, I've come to the conclusion that our equipment may be getting a little bit beyond its capabilities. Like, it gets the work done, but it struggles. So, in the very near future, not right now, got other things to worry about, but in the very near future, maybe time for an upgrade. However, I reckon we're going to keep this guy around just for doing yard work. So, I know it'll tow the mulcher, no dramas. I know it'll tow the weeder, no problems. The fertilizer spreader, that's a non-issue. But even things like this loading wagon, it was struggling. Once this thing got up to full weight, then yeah, it didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. So we'll just put this into here for now. That'll do. Shut him down. Turn the light off. How's old mate going now? Like, I didn't want to tab across to there, and I probably shouldn't have, but we did anyway. Okay, so he's not doing too bad. He's almost 3/4 of the way through the field. So what we could start doing is looking in the construction about how we're actually going to set all this up. So plan is, obviously we're going to keep this as our driveway. It's going to come in. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's like lumpy bits here. Yeah, so we're going to want to flatten all this out as well. For the most part, it's not too bad, but we will stick the smooth or the flatten tool over everything. We'll put like a little driveway and fence deal in here. Eventually what I'm thinking is we'll get rid of all of those trees. We'll have the fence go around. We'll extend these fields as much as we can. You just watching the stone picking, mate? Yeah, and we'll have the fence go around all down through here. We'll have another exit out on that side somewhere. But let's jump in here and have a look at what we're going to do. We go into package, animals. So we've got the modded ones of these now, so as we can carry our chickens. No, it's not that one. Oh yeah, big chicken master. Doesn't say how many chickens it carries though. And silver chicken star. So we're going to need a lot of that stuff eventually. But we want to come into construction. We come into landscaping, level, soften. I think we want to do this to begin with. L, so we'll get that at full strength. Actually, before we go too hard, let's just do the sensible thing here and quickly give that a save. So yeah, that stayed pretty much where it needed to. We've got 81,000 litres of wheat. Don't think we're going to need that much. So we will potentially throw some of that to the grain mill. Don't need to worry about that because it's a non-existent price anymore. $988 at Marisone. If we go to price fluctuations, we're still down the bottom. It should get a bit higher than that. Barley is pretty much the same time of year for everything. So let's just quickly have a look. Yeah, that smoothing tool was definitely doing something, so we'll keep going with that. Definitely has taken that lump out. Now, as you see, the soften tool does not affect grass or crops or anything like that. Whereas obviously if we went to the flatten tool, it would just decimate everything in here. Alright, so as far as area we're working with, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we can come up to like here somewhere. Shouldn't need that much space. What I'm planning on is the top half of this paddock, so the hill, that's going to be our grass area. So that'll be where we get our hay and everything else from. But what we want to do is painting. Gonna want to put this onto, I reckon if we can bring asphalt in off the road. So I want to change the shape of that. Down in size again. Now we're pretty much going to want to bring that straight in through there. Okay, so animals. We want chickens. Well, we could go with this. It is slightly cheaty. Or we could stick with what we know. considering we want 360, so if we stick, I don't know, I'm half tempted to stick these wooden ones in now and get a few more of them. We'll go with that. So that's 400. I was going to stick 2 of these guys in, but I reckon we'll just leave it at that for now. And the other thing we need to do is come back into landscaping, and we now want to paint our concrete. So bring that up a bit, change the shape, leave the grass in between them. We'll stick a fence down around the back, bring that up a bit. Now we want to leave room in between them and whatever we put out here, so as we can get into the eggs. That's meadow. That'll do for now. That's not what we're concerned with. Okay, so we've got our chickens. Or do we put cows in now? I did want a shed down here, didn't I? Decent sized shed. Okay, so big garage, Aussie shed. That's way too big. How big is that in the grand scheme of things? Not very. I reckon that'll go perfect. Sort of over here somewhere. And then that way we'll have a drive out through here. Get off my screen. So yeah, we can just drive straight out through here. We'll have that shed there. Potentially have the, so if we come into animals, and I think it's that one we're going to go for. Not enough money, of course. Wow, that's bigger than I thought. But yeah, we could have that there, no dramas. And then realistically, we don't need anything else down here. So yeah, let's put in a shed. Don't think we'll go with that Aussie shed. Although I do like it. We gotta wait for the tractor. Okay. But what we can do in the meantime, we can come up to animals. If we got that, we'd need a truck. I don't even know how many that carries. Let's just go with one of these for now. Main color. Yeah, we'll get a darker blue. Okay, standard 2, 001, chicken trailer. We'll take it. Okay, so what we want to do now... Right, you. Enter vehicle. Now, I'm thinking this thing may actually end up getting sold off because... I don't think my frame rate really likes it. But, anyway, for now... And it makes some weird noises. Gone. So we lost a couple of grand on it. Vehicles, cars. So yeah, we'll just go with this guy. Main color. Yeah, that'll do. That will suit us perfectly, I reckon. Good thing is, in the time it took us to do that, apparently... Oh, and he has. Old mate's finished that. So we can get him off of here and we can actually concentrate on finishing this new little farm area. We'll bring the chickens down. So let's fold that up. We'll head down, we'll pull our chickens out. We may actually sell some of them off because I've been told if they're over 24 months old, then they eat twice as much food to produce the same amount of eggs. So we'll just have to have a look in our menu when we get in here. So we'll keep the rooster obviously because that guy's just doing his thing. $21 months, 22 months. So, no, we don't really have any. But they're getting close. Now, apparently they're all in there. So I wonder if we can open this up. We can. I wonder how many this takes. Let's move it across to here. Unfold it again. So we can't do it from the trailer. Can do it from in here. And you guys are all 21 months. Maybe that's full. It's alright, we'll go and put these ones into one pen. Stick the others into the other pen. Probably going a bit fast. Should slow down. Now, not sure how much this is going to take, so we'll just fill it up to max. Remembering that we are using max allowable weight. Where's my dump notice? There it is. Yeah, I think we're going to have to buy more chickens to sort of make this worth it. Otherwise, it kind of wasn't worth doing because we're still waiting for these guys to produce. Go with that for now. I wonder if this door actually opens. No, it doesn't, so you do just walk through there anyway. And we'll take 60 of them as well. That should put us at 90-ish in each of those. These two will get sold off. So what do we got? 20, 30, 90, 30, 90. Yep. Perfect. Surely we need to put more than 700 litres of food in there. They're going to go through that in a heartbeat. This is why we saved it though, because if that's wrong, and we'll find out in the morning, because if they go through 700 litres of grain overnight, 200, we're at 90, we'll make it 150. So we'll do that on both of those. Alright, now they can breed and just continue to make eggs for me. Now, was that a light? Not a working one. Oh, it does work. Okay. Cool, cool. So I'm just not entirely sure about this whole, they only take 700 litres of grain. We may be editing an XML file, I reckon. Oh, steer the other way. Don't take the front of my ute off. There we go. Okay guys, so I reckon we're going to leave it there for this episode. We'll bounce pretty much straight into another one. We'll have that going by tomorrow. Yeah, no, they do only take 700 litres. That is strange. Okay, is what it is. Thanks for joining in, guys. As we say every time, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell for future episodes. I hope you like the content. If you've got any suggestions, ideas, or even tips or not so subtle hints about where any of the remaining 4 collectibles are, by all means let us know down in the comment section, and we will see you guys in the very near future. Thanks for joining in, guys.